Welcome back, and to shed more light on the importance of the BRICS summit in New Delhi and to the Egyptian-Indian relationship, I have all the honor to welcome over the phone Ambassador Dr. Gamal Baioumy. Ambassador Gamal, good to have you with me in this program as one of Egypt's leading diplomat and our mentor. Without any exaggeration, which generations of diplomats learned a lot out of your expertise, guidance and wisdom. Ambassador Gamal, talking BRICS in a time of international turmoil and standoff in the Strait of Hormuz. What BRICS summit in New Delhi means to us in the region?
First of all, thank you. It's my pleasure to talk to you, dear Ambassador and my colleague. And here, let us look at what we are about to discuss about. BRICS is another circle added, as you rightly said a few moments ago. BRICS is another dimension of our foreign policy, especially in the economic and trade dimension. As you will know, that we are a member of the Arab League and the Arab Large Free Trade Area. We are member of the African Union, 51 countries with one free trade area. We have our famous association agreement with Europe, with the 27 European countries. So here it is a sort of additional to our foreign trade and our economic policies. But let me look to the recent history, because I am old enough to remember Gamal Abdel Nasser, Nehru, and Tito. And by that time, we had what we call the tripartite agreement, where we make a sort of trade agreement between Egypt, India, and Yugoslavia, where it was the leadership of Gamal Abdel Nasser, Nehru, and Tito. And it was a close friendship. I remember on one day I was in Belgrade. I wanted to go to the Egyptian embassy, and I don't talk the Yugoslavian language, so I told the taxi driver, Tito Nasser. He understood immediately what I meant, and he took me to the Egyptian embassy. By that time, also, we have this tripartite agreement where we totally make a free trade area between the three countries. Also, Russia is a member here in this group. And of course, as you will know, Russia was our main trade partner. Russia and Eastern European countries, they were almost 61% of our foreign trade. And it was a little bit affected by the collapse of the Soviet Union. Now we are trying to bring back our position in these markets, because it was good markets. We can sell a lot there. So it is another addition to our economy and our trade. And I am so happy really that we are knocking those doors, coming back to these areas where we can expand our trade and economic cooperation. And I hope really that we shall gain a lot in those markets. And as you rightly mentioned before, that it is one important good economic group. So it is a good, very good addition to our economic relation abroad.
Ambassador Gamal, Egypt and India represents in the framework of BRICS the global South. How can, to your assessment, Egypt and India bring to the BRICS agenda, and how can they serve the third world, Africa, and the global South towards a better future for our Africa, for our third world, being two countries of certain caliber and history?
Of course, you are rightly said it, that we have a history which you can build on. India is a dear friend, a very dear country to us. And we have a long history concerning the group of non-aligned countries. And our cooperation is not only in the economic field, it is also in the United Nations and for the independence movement, whether in Asia and Africa and in the Arab world. So we can build on that. And I am quite sure that we have a lot of friends on the Indian side, and we can use this in order to expand our relations. And here also we are calling on our friends all over the world to come and to invest in the Suez Canal zone. This is our new era of presenting our economy. And the trick here that we are calling on an investor, if you come and invest in Egypt, it's not a market of 120 million inhabitants. No, we have a free trade area with Africa, free trade area with the Arab world, free trade area with the European Union. So we are a market of 2,000 million inhabitants. This is a very good opportunity. If you produce in Egypt, you can sell your merchandise if you have the Egyptian origin of what you are producing. Then you can sell in this, what I told one of my friends who is producing Japanese televisions in Egypt. If Japan export these televisions to Europe, they will pay taxes. No, if they make it in Egypt and sell it to Europe, they will be exempted from custom duties. This is the merchandise we are selling to our partners all over the world. So it's not a joke at all. It is serious business, but we have to also take care of this because this is an opportunity to us and to our dear guests of foreign investors. Also, I must be frank to you that we need also to market internally to make Egyptians understand that we have all the benefit from the foreign investors. He is not our enemy at all. He is coming to invest his money to create more jobs, to create more goods, to create more exports, and at the end of the day, we gain a lot.
Ambassador Gamal, we discussed in a conference last week in Cairo many aspects of cooperation with the BRICS countries and how Egypt and India can introduce an agenda of trade, investment, exchange of technologies. But among the aspects I like the most was the cultural aspect of cooperation between the BRICS countries being half of the world population. They need to communicate culture, they need to exchange tourism, they need to introduce even to the international arena the multilateralism that we've been born to respect through the UN. So BRICS can also be a platform for culture exchange and the multilateralism. How do you comment on that?
Yes,
Excellency?
absolutely, I agree with you. And this is a very good chance to be added to what we are doing with Africa, with the Arab world, with Europe, with Latin America and some countries also. But two things I want to draw the attention, because we were so glad that we are going to exchange trade without using the dollar. I am not so happy about this, because at the end of the day, if China or India will accept your Egyptian pounds, then you should have merchandise if they want to buy this Egyptian pounds, your merchandise. So it's a matter of your ability to export. Another thing I want to draw the attention that still the BRICS is not a free trade area. So they do not exempt you from custom duties. And this is a good proposal I am raising here, that they should work to establish a free trade area between the BRICS countries in order to have a free trade area. Because without free trade area, then you are going to pay taxes whenever you are exporting to India or Russia or whatever. Those are 2 points I am trying to be honest with you in order to explain them.
I share, sorry, Ambassador, but I share with you your contribution and very important suggestion that a free trade zone can definitely bring us to a level that is not expected. The BRICS countries should gather the momentum and work together on the highest possible level. And I'm sure that the ministerial coordination which took place over the past few months. Minister Abdelati was also in Delhi in May in the framework also of coordinating our position, Egypt, India, towards the outcome of the BRICS summit. But it's not really new. You've been pioneering the Egyptian-European Partnership Agreement, and you led the relations with Europe to an extent which we respect as a strategic partner to Europe, and Egypt-India strategic partnership maybe can also be a platform for a wider strategic cooperation.
Thank you for mentioning this, and I'm proud of what we did with the European Union, and thank you for mentioning my name here. But the result, I want our audience to realize that our export to Europe increased by 3 times, and the European export to us was exceeded by twice. So still we are having, now the European Union is the largest partner in the whole world. Another thing that, as you rightly said from a moment, that for the first time, Europe considered its relation with Egypt to raise it to the strategic level. So we have seen our president visiting Brussels, sitting with the 27 leaders of Europe and the head of the European Commission also. So Egypt is a unique partner to Europe in this concern. So all this experience, I am proud of it because I am Egyptian after all, and many countries are making use of the Egyptian experience, by the way. There isn't an Arab country or the new Eastern European countries who were asking to be admitted to the European Union came to us in Cairo to exchange experience about how we make the dialogue, how we negotiate with the European Union. It is a good experience, and we are ready to give it to whoever asks for it. So you are rightly here that we have to advocate for another free trade area between the BRICS, not to concentrate on the way of payment, because this is not the problem. The problem is, are you able to export or not? Are you able to produce and to compete in this huge market or not?
I agree with you, Ambassador. The BRICS is not about the size. It's not about the 11 full members. It's about the way the BRICS will look to achieve its economic rule and also to consolidate relations between their different parties. I can see Egypt, Ethiopia are members. I can see Iran as a member. So this is a new platform, a multilateral platform that can discuss many important issues pertaining to its members. So as you rightly said, BRICS should come up with bold initiatives, and I hope that the Indian summit will tackle that, an initiative that is related to your free trade zone. Your suggestion is definitely very important to the future to come. And what is also important, Ambassador Gamal, is that we have to contribute to stabilizing the world order in time of disarray. Don't you agree, Excellency?
Absolutely, and we have to add all what we have to give our partners. Here, I do not want to neglect the cultural dimension, the personal dimension, because we have a huge communities of Egyptians living abroad, wherever you can see, wherever you can reach. And we are proud of our Egyptians working abroad. We have 11 million Egyptians working abroad. This is another dimension of the relation. They transfer, according to the newspapers a couple of days ago, that this is the largest source of foreign currency in Egypt. $47 billion Egyptians abroad transfer to their accounts in Egypt. So this is a strong point in our position. So culture, education also. I always mention the role of Al-Azhar al-Sharif, because thousands of Muslims from all the countries of the world are coming, even Indians, even from Indonesia, even from those countries, are studying in the city of the foreign envoys in Egypt. This is something we have to mention. I'm proud of it. I witnessed it when I was ambassador in Africa, that really the role of Al-Azhar al-Sharif and our Eastern Church also, they do a good job concerning the culture relations. And the human dimension is very important also. I should not fail to mention in our discussion.
Ambassador Gamal, let me conclude by saying that if BRICS include half of humanity, 49% of the world populations are in the BRICS. So the success of the BRICS should be considered a success to humanity, where 50% of world population are striving for better future. Ambassador Gamal, once again, I thank you very much for this elaborate, deep, profound, and wise.
Let me add one thing. Once Mao Zedong told Gamal Abdel Nasser that if every Chinese add to his dress 1 centimeter, we shall buy the Egyptian cotton twice. This is the size of the market we are talking about.
Excellent. It means that we have to translate our bonds into realities, into gains to our economies, into more multilateralism to our international world order, having these hopes with us. I leave you, Ambassador Gamal, for another call, maybe in the near episode of Nile Oracle. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Thank you very much.
I look forward for another call or another meeting.